Over the course of humanity, the greatest minds of our species have solved some of biology's most vexing mysteries. But one mystery remains unsolved. Why is a moth drawn toward a flame? Some speculate that the light interferes with their internal navigation system, while others simply assert that the moth just wants to fuck the lamp, and who could blame them? But no matter how many heads we put together, we still cannot fully understand why this happens. And it's possible that we never will.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm about to get killed by Aurelia.
Oh no, god damn it.
I thought I could take her.
This game doesn't work. I'm going back to playing.
Casting it for vision! God, this sucks.
I see it! I read the runes! I lose!
Oh god.
We all lose!
Ryze doesn't make any fucking sense. I know you're all gonna be familiar with him on some level. Everybody knows what Ryze is about. We all know how to play against him or like play cooperatively with him. But have you ever actually picked Ryze? It's like a goddamn pilgrimage. You need a fucking abacus to pull off some of these combos, and even if you do it right, you only get like an extra 17 damage. But at least you get that special t-shirt that says "Lost my will to live in Rune Prison." Like, imagine putting this much effort into your character and getting this. Riot has completely demolished Ryze over and over again with nerfs. And it feels like no matter what they do, they're never gonna get him quite right, because his kit and his ultimate are like pretty team reliant. No, use the other realm warp. God damn it. Wait, do you know what happens when you rely on your team in this game? But what if your team is a bunch of guys like these, and you're this guy? Now we gotta nerf Ryze because Ryze is too strong. We gotta rework him 3 times because he never makes any fucking sense. We gotta give him a pair of shoes and a bag of Tostitos chips. Is he working in solo queue yet?
What the hell is going on? What the
Hey everybody, it's me, Akali. I have an ability called True Stealth. And because of all this bullshit, Ryze is sitting at about a 12% win rate. And if you pick him in Champ Select, Freak will actually come to your house and kneecap you in real life. So why would you ever pick Ryze? Well, why would a moth fly into a lamp? The self-destructive confusion that would lead someone into picking Ryze can only come from a shattered mind. What is that?
So I drew the face, and then I realized it kind of looked like SpongeBob, and then I made it Ryze.
So it's Professor Ryze SpongeBob, and then is that just Runeterra?
That's a rune.
That is a rune. Oh, okay.
That is a rune.
So think of some left behind champions. You got Zac, you got Shen, Hecarim. Look at their subreddits. Zac mains are talking about how much they miss the old version of the champion, and the Hecarims and Shens are just posting their builds and some of the plays they made in their Bronze 3 promos. Even though the Zac Reddit is notable because of how hopelessly depressed they are, all 3 of the communities are pretty much what you would expect to see. Now let's take a look at the Ryze subreddit. Such a shit show. The people here are just different. They have this flippant, sarcastic attitude towards everything. They seem to have lost all faith in both their character and the balance team. And they don't want to stop playing their favorite character, but it hurts so much to play him. Oh god, did you pick Ryze again?
Maybe.
I need to play him.
They aren't coming here to find the best build. It's not a community bent on collective success. They're coming here to cope with the fact that Riot put their ass in Rune Prison for trying to learn how to play Ryze. You got Soup Ryze out here, the #1 shit poster, hitting you with new stuff all the time. You got this guy building Death Dance for some reason. I mean, even the frequently asked questions page can't come up with a reason as to why you would play Ryze. On the front page of the Ryze subreddit, they can't figure out why anyone would play Ryze. But this is all before the point of no return. The people on the Ryze subreddit, like, There's still hope for them, they can still reform, but the true horror comes in the next step of the process. The process by which a Ryze player becomes a committed Ryze main.
Look up here, man, I'm in danger.
So look, if you're a Ryze main, just let me bring you into my house, let me give you some food, give you some clothing, I'll make you really comfortable for the night, and then I'm going to take you into my backyard, and I'm going to shoot you in the back of the head, because you need to be released from this torment.
I'm like falling more in love with the character.
More than
I don't
you
know if
already
it's love
have.
so much as Stockholm Syndrome. I feel so bad for these people. Like, take a second and go down this road with me. Imagine your favorite character got nerfed so hard that he felt unplayable. Multiple times. And imagine knowing that any attempt to buff or rework that champion would just fall flat on its face like the rest of the attempts did in the past. Now imagine that that character is the only character you ever wanted to play. That's like the premise of a horror movie. These people are some of the most ignored, unlucky, and depressed players of League of Legends, and that game already has like an 80% suicide rate. And I happened to get an interview with one of them. If you're a sympathetic person, if you can't stomach like heavy pain and suffering, like use your discretion, maybe go play Irelia or Pyke or some shit, and watch videos on them. But if you're prepared to see it, it might be a valuable experience to firsthand see just what a Ryze main looks like. How he talks, how he behaves. It's really quite something. So thanks for being here in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Do I need to get you like some water? Is the temperature okay? Like, what's going on over there? You seem like you're in pain.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm completely okay.
What attracted you to playing Ryze in the first place?
He's a little bit more like a battle mage, which
Okay.
he kind of has like this weird combination of mobility and tankiness, as well as a good kind of like damage output.
Why don't you play Cassidon?
I tried him once, remember?
Oh yeah, okay.
I tried
never
him
mind.
with Fleetfoot
Yeah, okay.
top lane.
Keep playing Ryze.
And I
then.
think I built Borg.
No. Why do you keep playing him?
I think it kind of has to go along the lines of lowered expectations.
Yeah.
You kind of go in with a 43% win rate. You expect to lose, right? When you lose, your expectations are met. Ryze, you go in, you lose. It's like it's the norm.
He's truly the Dark Souls of League of Legends characters.
I would never say that.
If not Ryze, who would you say your main is? Do you have like a backup for the bottom lane?
No. Ryze is kind of the only bottom laner. Second to Ryze would probably be Zac.
So if your secondary is Zac, doesn't that mean that you kind of got fucked by Riot twice?
Yeah, a little bit.
Didn't you used to play like old Galio before he got reworked?
Yeah. That's why I like Ryze.
All right. So as a follow up to my last question, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you maybe want to play like Pyke or
No.
Vayne?
No.
Not it. Okay.
No.
I'll buy you a skin.
No, thank you. No, as much as I appreciate it. No, none of them have the mana cost problems like Ryze does.
Can I at least call you an ambulance?
No.
So how often would you say that Ryze actually works for you?
Well, with the win rate sitting at 43% currently, probably about 40%.
Wait, it's 2. We win.
We are statistically fucked. So what effect would you say Ryze has had on your social life?
Overall, I'd say a pretty positive one.
He's had a positive effect on your social life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel definitely a deeper sense of community with my new main.
So
Yeah.
you're in a social relationship with Ryze.
Yes, I personally feel like at the very least I've made one new friend since maining Ryze, and that is Ryze.
What would you say your favorite ability on Ryze is?
I'd have to go with Realm Warp. What?
Is that your answer?
Yes.
You're going with Realm Warp?
You take the whole team, and you go over here.
Don't worry, we'll get the jump on already. Check it out.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, I have the Realm Warp.
Wait, that's not a good one.
Check it out, gamers!
Whoa!
I'm here!
Oh, she got the turret.
I think I know what's coming.
You know what's coming. This is what makes Ryze OP! Yeah, here we go! Fuck!
So long as you're not interrupted by any kind of hard CC.
Including Zanya's.
Yeah, including Zanya's. That one's still a little fresh.
Okay. That was in poor taste. As a character, what would you say your favorite thing about Ryze is?
The fact that he's shirtless,
That's a big seller.
and definitely the fact that he's joyless.
If Ryze had a shirt, what would you want it to say?
What to say, Ryze?
What would your message be to the people that are watching?
Like, what do I really need people to know?
Yeah, like if there's
Nothing.
anything about yourself, if there's anything about life in general that you want to leave these people with as a Ryze player, what would it be?
Don't. You can go over walls with it too, right? Like, I mean, it's not just like, it's.
Oh, I see. Does it go under Summer's Raft?
It's one of the main theories. Yes, it's an accepted theory right now.
Ryze is just smuggling his team in through the Underground Railroad.
He can't be interrupted because he's got to dig the hole.
Taking the shovel, that's why he can't Zanya's.
He's-
That's why they nerfed Zach, right? Like he was too good in pro play?
yeah, that's
Alright.
why they nerfed him.
Jesus, man. And then they reworked Galio. I can't. This is too much for me. Hey, at least you still have gameplay. Do you think that there's any hope for Ryze in the future of the casual meta?
No,